I don't see 3 or 4. Let's take it one step at a time. They're older. They were not as good this year as they've been in the past. Steph's 34. He's 33. Green was great in Game 6. Other than that, he had a very so-so series. So, and that conference is hard. We've discussed this a couple days ago. We've been here all week doing it with, what Denver's going to do. The Lakers are always in the Phoenix. I mean, that conference is pretty good. So the idea that they're just going to waltz through to 3 or 4 more NBA titles is a little strong for me. And remember, this year they got a break. Phoenix lost. They didn't have home court with Phoenix.
Right.
And they got a little break with Dallas. Murray didn't play. Morant didn't play at the end of the second series. And the Celtics are up 2-1 with a 4-point lead with 5 minutes to go in Game 4. So you can make an argument that the things broke right for them. So when you have that kind of championship, I can't sit there and say you're going to win 3 or 4 more.
You make a great point in terms of, Chris, when it comes to things breaking right for them, but I'm not going to punish the Golden State Warriors because you don't feel sorry for teams that can't live up to that grind. And that's not to say that Memphis wasn't a good enough team. We'll never know. But Ja Morant definitely would have made a difference in that series. There's no doubt about that. But I'm with you in terms of 3 out of 4. It's impossible. People don't realize how hard it is to win a playoff series in any sport. I don't care if it's the Stanley Cup. I don't care if it's the NBA. I don't care if it's Major League Baseball. It's hard to win one championship. And the fact that this team was able to get back to that mountaintop says a lot for them. But Father Time is undefeated. As great as Steph is he still going to be great next year? Yes. Are they going to be the same kind of team and have the same kind of issues that they're going to have to deal with in terms of trying to make sure they don't have injuries? They're going to have to deal with that as you have older players. And that's the one thing I worry about the Golden State Warriors because I think Klay Thompson's going to be terrific again, but we still don't know him rebounding from back-to-back injury that took away 2 seasons from him. Draymond Green had injury issues as well. We saw Steph Curry had that. As you get older, all of a sudden your body doesn't bounce back as well. And with a league that continues to get younger and better and faster, as great as Golden State is, I can see 2 in 4 years, but that's their ceiling. But don't be surprised they only get 1 in the next 4 years. But 3, I think that's dreamland for Draymond.
When the Warriors were flying from San Francisco to Boston for Game 6, when they thought they had a chance to clinch, Bob Myers comes up on the plane, and Draymond, Steph, and Klay Thompson all sitting together. They've always sat together. They sat together for a decade. And Bob Myers says to them, do you know how rare this is? Do you know how rare it is for stars to hang out with each other and like each other after 10 years in the NBA? And it is. It's very rare. It's also rare because it's hard to keep guys together who make that much money. In the modern day and age, with the design that they put in with the luxury tax after the Heat were put together, it's very hard. So in addition to these guys being willing to stay together and work through their issues and be a true team, the fact that the Warriors ownership has demonstrated that they are going to pay. They paid $350 million for this team, including tax this year. In the next couple of years, that could go to $400. It might even push $500. And do you know how they're doing it? People don't talk about this. They sold 5% of the team. A year ago, they sold 5% of the team. They got a ton of money for it.
They made a fortune.
Yeah. They got a ton of money for it so that they could fund the rest of Steph Curry's prime.
Wow.
And so
they gave up 5% ownership of the team.
5% of the equity that they, that you can't get back, okay?
Yep.
That doesn't happen in ownership. Can you imagine if Jerry Reinsdorf sold 5% of the team to keep? I know that
he didn't pay Pippen, so yeah, he was never going to.
I know that team broke up for. I know that team broke up for other reasons. I'm not just saying it was about money. However, it's the combination of all those things. I don't know how many they're going to win. They may not win another one, but their window is open, and Draymond can say that, and nobody can say that's impossible because they get together and because they have funded the organization.
Right.
And those 2 things are what's going to keep that window open.
100%. I just think they were a little lucky. Morant misses a layup, and he gets hurt. They didn't have to deal with Phoenix and home court. And, Dallas was not a great team. It was a one-man team. And the Celtics were a first-time entry into the NBA Finals. So I got to look at how they didn't dominate. This is not a team that won every playoff series in 4 games.
True.
They could have lost to Memphis. Celtics gave them a good hassle. Dallas, was in the mix there in Game 2. So I got to be, and Murray didn't play. So I'm going to look at it from a standpoint, excellent point. They stay together. They love each other. The ownership will do what they have to do. But you also got to look at the path. They got some breaks in the path this year. You can't count on that on a year-in, year-out basis.
And how many times we've seen with teams like the Golden State Warriors that they clearly understand that. But that's why they were so petty at the press conference, because they went through the injury thing and people are throwing dirt on their chances to win an NBA title. So That, like I said earlier this week, that was the most petty championship parade I've ever seen in my life. They were naming names, naming receipts. They were like the old man at the family reunion that held the grudge from church way back when with Aunt Martha. That was Golden State saying, I see you, I see you, I see you, I see you. But the question is, they can hold receipts, but now people are going to do the same thing because I guarantee Memphis has not forgotten. Phoenix has not forgotten. Dallas hasn't forgotten. And for damn sure, the Boston Celtics haven't forgotten because Boston looked them in the face and said, we had you 2-1. But then Golden State beat them at their own game. They outbullied the Boston Celtics mentally and physically. Don't think that other teams are not paying attention. I said, we want to be as petty as you. That makes it an even harder road for Golden State in 2022 and 2023.
They already are being petty, right? They're on Twitter chirping back, ready for next season, all that.
Winners go to spoils. You got to let them do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You don't like it, beat them.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
You're leaving us.
Oh. It's been fun.
Where's he going? He's been doing all day.
It's a real pleasure to work
very sad.
with Freddie Coleman and Mad Dog Russo. And, of course, you. But we work together all the time.
Like, are you going to keep?
We work together all the time.
That's true. Me and Wendy were on the road together. It was a grand old time. Bye, Wendy. We'll see you later.
All right.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.